And good morning. This is Rob the Warrior Strategist coming at you on this Monday, December 10th. And today we're going to talk about how to break out of a saturated market. This video is going to be especially helpful for coaches, fitness professionals, photographers, and real estate agents. Once a week, as the Warrior Strategist, I like to give a video where I teach direct tactics to show people how to do better in business, how to make more money, how to cultivate strategies to make them celebrities in their industry. It's pretty much the cornerstone of my signature one-on-one program, Tactical CEQ. And today is going to be awesome because I was given the opportunity to work with this new veteran company, solo photographer Jake Seawolf, and he reached out to me and he said, dude, I live in Texas. I'm a ex-combat photographer for the Army, and I need to know how to break out from all the other photographers out there and how to be unique. Well, Jake, congratulations. You came to the right guy because I'm going to hook you up today like you're a freaking client because I need content for a video because I like to talk about myself and show off, and you need a business plan. So it works, buddy. Here we go. First thing to understand is to create something that I like to call the statement of business. So Jake reached out to me. He has a website. He specializes in just high-res photography. He's a combat vet, served overseas. Really cool dude. I liked his website. So basically, the statement of his business is this. And this is the thing that people need to do immediately, regardless of what their business model is. They need to establish the path of purchase, right? So for our first visual aid today, this is super fancy, is develop the infrastructure and the training curriculum and the statement of business, right? So what this means in English is, we'll start with the statement of business. So for Jake, it would be, I shoot photographs locally in College Station, Texas. Once you establish your statement of business, you understand where your flow of your audience comes, right? So because he's a locally based business, he's geographically centered in College Station, Texas, in the local area, which means that he has to physically be in person with his clients to provide his service. This changes the marketing strategy, and this changes the way that he advertises to people. There's no reason to advertise to people in Alaska if he can't provide the service, or he can only provide it in Texas, right? This is something you need to consider. So what he needs is a regional strategic plan. So the first thing I would think about is, what do we do in order to push out all the other competitors, to stand out, and to be unique? And the first thing I would tell him is to start developing your infrastructure. So start looking at your social media to start with. Jake's website, imseawolf.com, is really good. I loved it. His bio was incredible. He talked about his experiences in his past. Unbelievably high-res photos. He talks about his services. His website's set up fine, so I didn't see any real issues there because sometimes, websites are an issue. For his Facebook business page, I would suggest there's a giant rectangular header. You're going to need your logo and your brand and a picture of you at the very top of that Facebook business page. And then you're going to need to talk about your services somewhere so that people will know exactly what you do. Next, I would suggest starting a training curriculum and start teaching your industry, right? So we do this by going to step 2, being famous. And I know that's so easy to write down, but people say, okay, Rob, how do we actually implement this? We use Facebook Live, we cross-promote with other people, and we develop social currency. So I'm going to get into this about how we do all this stuff. The first thing Jake needs to start doing is 2 or 3 Facebook Lives a week at the same time every week. He needs to make it a branded show, like a branded Facebook Live, talking about either the photography business or talking about like the elements of it or introduction to him, and then put that out consistently so that people can see his face. People that hide behind their business hide away from their income, right? So you got to be the face of your company. So that's the first thing I would do, is instructional Facebook Lives. Get in there, get talking to people, interacting, all that good stuff. The next thing to do is to cross promote 3 businesses, right? So Jake is already in Vetpreneur Tribe, the 14,000 member veteran entrepreneur group started by Andrew O'Brien. So that's a great start. So Jake, what you want to do is align with 3 veteran-owned companies and start cross-promoting them. And it'd probably be better if they were in Texas, because if they cross-promote you, you're going to want people that are in kind of your regional area, okay? So you're kind of in this cusp between Austin on one side and Houston on the other. So you want people that are kind of in that area. And you say, okay, Rob, well, how do I find them? This is where the magic happens. This is where the Warrior Strategist gets deep. In Vetpreneur Tribe, all you have to do is click on members, and then every single member in Texas is already lined up for you. Just like that. So all you have to do is reach out to them, just introduce yourself, say, hey, I'd be interested in some cross promotion. What do you need right now? You know, what's going on? But make those introductions, Jake. It is just as important to cross promote people as it is to do marketing, honestly. It's good business karma. It develops social currency, it develops partnerships. So pick 3 businesses and cross promote the hell out of them. And they'll do the same for you. My recommendation, cross promote people within Texas and narrow it down even so they're in the Houston or Austin area. Some of the people I know in Texas, GP Terrio, Derek Morrell, JD Tierney, all very, very cool people to know and very supportive of other businesses. Melinda Enfinger is good too. So the next thing to do, now that you've got your 3 businesses you're going to promote, is to start cross-promoting or helping out an influencer and developing social currency, okay? An influencer can be anybody that is like a 6 or 7 figure earner, has a high following, or like a media figure. Like me, I own a magazine. A lot of people I know like have podcasts like Donnie Bovin. Trish Leto does a lot of interviews. Sean Douglas has a radio show. But you need to pick somebody that's got some way of promoting you, that's got a giant following or some type of media platform. By developing social currency, by cross-promoting them, by getting on a call and saying, hey, how can I help you? You're going to develop this relationship that's going to get you in the spotlight more, right? So there are people that have promoted my stuff, that have bought like an ebook from me or have shared my stuff frequently, and then I'll give them a shout out and they get like 8 leads in a day. So it's a symbiotic relationship. The next thing to do is to create a regional battle plan. Okay, so I Google mapped you because I am sneaky like that. And the closest thing to you, I looked for big military bases. I didn't really find any except for like National Guard, Army Guard, stuff like that, bases. So we're going to focus on Texas A&M because you're at College Station. So what you need to do is get involved in Texas A&M, and I want you to reach out to the Vet Students Group, okay? All you have to do is Google like Texas A&M Veteran Students Group. You need to create a partnership with them and go in and talk about your experiences, right? About being an entrepreneur, about going to Afghanistan, like being a vet, all this stuff. Go in there, guest speak, and then also start looking up local entrepreneur groups by using meetup.com. So all these things are ways to create business growth. Don't worry about your SEO. Don't worry about Facebook ads. You need to create meaningful and deep connections with people in order to grow your business to cross-promote. Your website's strong. Your services are good. Now it's time to work on branding, and it's time to work on consistently teaching your industry and then making connections. Those are your big 3. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out. If you're watching this and you're a fitness professional or a real estate agent or a coach or any other saturated industry, these tips and this strategy will also work for you as well. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank you for viewing this. This has been Rob the Warrior Strategist. And if you need any other tips or want to reach out to me or have questions, my website is www.yournextlevelofsuccess.com, or you can join my Facebook group at Success Engineers with Dr. Rob. Just do a Facebook search for it. All right. And with that, I will see you next week. Take care.